is that?
Live from Morgantown.
There we go.
There we go. Call to order meeting of the Morgantown Planning Commission. Anyone want me to read the pre-meeting announcements?
No, sir. No, thank you.
Thank you. General public comments. Any matters concerning things not on the agenda this evening that people want to bring up? Not hearing any. Meeting minutes from March 14th.
Move to approve as prepared.
Second.
I have one edit. Second to last paragraph, page 2. I think instead of payment, it should say pavement.
Good job.
Second to
Maybe
last
because I
paragraph.
said it. Second to last paragraph, page 2 of 4.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Pavement.
Thank you, sir.
Actually read the minutes.
Thank you.
All right. Those in favor of approval?
Aye.
You can have the phone vote. Commissioner Trumbull. Okay. New business. RZ 2402, Brewston Farm Services, Brookhaven Road.
All right. So the applicant intends to redevelop the property referenced in your packet along Brookhaven Road. And in doing so, the applicant previously applied for and was granted a zoning map amendment to rezone the parcels mentioned in your packet, parcels 5.2, 6, 7, 7.4, from an R1 single-family residential district to a B2 district. That was approved by Planning Commission and adopted by City Council on April 4th, 2021, per ordinance number 2021-06. On December 19th, the applicant acquired additional property from the West Virginia Division of Highways, which is shown here. And in doing so, they plan to annex a portion of that property that's outside currently of the city limits into the city. And upon doing so, and in accordance with city code, that property would be automatically zoned R1A, or R1 as an R1 district. And so to preempt that, upon annexation, if it's approved, the applicant's requesting that be zoned B2, which is consistent with what was approved previously. It's shown in this blue area here. And that's all I have.
So the colored map, the blue one, yeah, so
Yes, sir.
the area we're talking about is below that blue, right? In that
Correct.
corner, okay.
Yeah, and so that's this area here in the orange. So the area
Yeah.
that was previously rezoned is this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the part that was acquired from the DOH. This is the portion that's outside the city limits. This is all zoned B2 already.
Yeah. Okay, just on the thing here, it says change, the blue said changing from R1 to B2, but it's already changed, right?
Yeah, that was just the exhibit that was prepared with the ordinance. So
Okay.
apologize if that wasn't
Okay,
clear.
fair enough. Yep, that's right. Do you have anyone representing it? What's the?
Yes, I think the applicant is here. Good evening.
Hi.
Um,
Please
I'm-
identify yourself.
Oh,
and-
my name's Mike Penix with Brewston Farm Services, and I don't have anything to add to what Ricky and his staff had prepared. I think it's very detailed and laid out exactly what we're asking to do.
Does anyone have questions for the applicant?
No.
Okay, thank you. Anyone from the public want to speak for the proposal? Anyone against? Please.
I guess I'm signing in. I'm Brian Hurley. I'm just a concerned citizen. And yeah, I'm not sure where to start, but I don't like the idea of this particular parcel becoming a commercial zoning. I think it doesn't make sense to me. Mostly this is because of the other landowners or residents have brought concerns, mentioned it about traffic, pollutants, runoff, all of environmental implications of additional impervious surface for any gas station or any of that stuff. And it's, and they also have increased concerns with like flooding and just a lot of environmental concerns as well as kind of pollution concerns and yeah, and other concerns such as that. I mean, can go to a few more. They're concerned about insurance rates, concerned about fuel or any oil or any additional pollutants that would leak and go into Decker's Creek. They are also worried about the air quality risks with more traffic in the area, and the just increased likelihood of flooding and the flashiness of the watershed that new impervious surface would create. Also, the reduced riparian area buffer is also of concern, and I already talked about that with the impervious water. So I am concerned, as well as a couple of the other community members are concerned about the pollutants and the environmental implications, as well as how it might hurt the houses and residences in the immediate vicinity.
Thank you. Does anyone else want to speak against the petition? Do we have any discussion?
I have a question. So, residents that are closest, is that 72 and 72.1, are those the closest residential areas? That
72.
there are residents there right now?
You mean up on the hill?
Yes.
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I don't,
There's-
yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
I was
That's
just-
currently located in the county, but in the city limits, there's also this building here, but I don't know if it's occupied or not.
Okay.
But just to be clear, the area in yellow is what we previously did, right?
The area this is showing the entire site.
Mm-hmm.
This is what was rezoned previously
The bottom part of it.
through here. Yep. This is starting to include what would be brought in through annexation and zoned from, a portion of that area would be zoned from an R1 to a B2. I think it shows it better on this map here. Again, this is what was rezoned. This portion here is what was acquired. This portion of that acquisition is outside the city.
Which is what we're talking about tonight.
Yeah, that's just this section there.
Right.
Yep.
The rest is already.
Already B2, yes.
Right.
I have questions that I hope I can put in a coherent thought. So what would trigger a traffic impact study or some other things to kind of get to some of the concerns that the citizens have? I see it's listed the approved DOT entrances, so obviously those permits have been granted the way that it currently is. But I was reading in the letter, and the one resident suspects that it may be a gas station, and
Right.
I recognize that may not be solidified yet. But what just what steps what would trigger again a traffic impact study and some of the other?
So specifically on a traffic impact study would be a type 3 development site plan.
Okay.
And that would be more at the request of either the city engineer after reviewing the proposal and
Okay.
seeing what potential impacts could happen there,
Mhm.
or at the request of the planning commission or staff.
Okay. Thanks.
I just note for the record that there is no active site plan on file, and I believe when this was filed in 2020 and was going through the process, there was obviously discussion of potential redevelopment, but again, no active site plan provided.
Thank you.
That's why I'm not recalling it too much. I knew it was a while ago, but I didn't realize it was 2020.
Yes, sir.
Any other discussion?
Yeah.
Call for a motion.
Staff recommendation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, staff recommendation.
After review, staff finds the proposed zoning map amendment to be consistent with the 2023 comprehensive plan, as well as the adjacent properties the applicant owns. Furthermore, staff recommends approval of the zoning map amendment as requested upon annexation of the portions of parcels 5.2 and 5.3 into the city of Morgantown. That concludes staff recommendation.
So if I understand this, Ricky, what we're doing is a proscriptive
Correct.
rezoning.
Yes, sir.
Kind of odd situation, but we're rezoning parcels that aren't now annexed into the city. We're doing this to defeat the default R1 zoning category. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Mhm.
got it. Chair looking for a motion?
Yes, now.
Move that we forward the application to the city council with the recommendation that the proposed zoning map amendment be approved.
I'll second that.
Those in favor?
Counselor Trumbull, how do you vote?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, item number 2, M&S 2402, Brewston Farm Services. Okay.
Again, looking at the same site, this is a copy of the consolidation plat here on the screen and in your packet. Again, the portion of property that is outside the city limits is clearly demarcated on the survey plat. And upon annexation and rezoning, all of this property would be zoned B2 and therefore could be consolidated into one parcel. If done so, it would conform with the minimum provisions for the B2 district in terms of, oh, I'm sorry, thank you. It would conform to the minimum lot provisions of the B2 district. I'd also note that a letter from MUB was provided stating that the property does have access, obviously, to utilities, but upgrades may be needed depending on the type of redevelopment occurs. And then there was one letter submitted with the rezoning case that was just discussed, but also has implications and references this, the potential consolidation here as well.
Any additional things to add from the applicant?
I'm sorry.
Mike Penix with BFS. Again, Ricky summarized everything that we're looking to do. It's just a consolidation of all the parcels into one for redevelopment.
Anyone want to speak for the proposal? In opposition? Any discussion? Recommendation?
Staff recommends approval of the minor subdivision, conditioned on the notes in your packet.
1, 2, 3, and 3.
4, sorry about that, sir.
Move for approval subject to the staff condition.
Second.
Those in favor?
Yes.
Thank you, Counselor.
We have any committee reports? Staff comments?
Just a few. Let me get back to my notes here. Just wanted to make you aware that we did receive a letter of resignation from Mr. Blosser after his years of service there, and we can talk about that more, but he has decided to step back for the time being. So we will be putting together a recognition packet and be working with the city clerk's office to recognize Mr. Blosser's years of service, and we appreciate everything he has provided. I know he was usually always early to the meetings and asked inquisitive questions, and always appreciated his service and time. So thank you, Mr. Blosser, if you're listening tonight. Also, just want to let you know that staff will be attending the National Planning Conference next week. So we'll provide a report back on current trends and issues that we might be taking away from that conference and share them with the team. And right now we do not have a definitive item of business on the agenda for May, but that could change. So we will keep you posted. That concludes staff comments.
I have a couple questions for Ricky about the additional staff person for the development office. Is that about to happen, or?
Yeah, so we have currently posted a zoning administrator position that we're probably within the next week going to start reviewing applications, and then the city planner position should be posted in the next 2 weeks.
Are you pleased with the applications you've been receiving?
Might like to have some more,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Okay, well, good luck.
thank you,
That's
sir.
important.
I appreciate it.
Just wanted to say how much I'll miss Mr. Blosser's company. He always came prepared and cares about our city. So
Absolutely.
God bless Bill Blosser.
Absolutely. How many years? We know how many years?
At least five.
Thinking
I lose
longer,
track of
I
time.
remember.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't miss many meetings, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Anything for the good of commission? All right. Adjourned?
Thank you.
That's a.